Although I am a fairly simple and minimalist person and I don't like a lot of clutter, one area that's really important to me is skincare. And that's an area that I'm not willing to compromise on when it comes to having the right products in my house. So when it comes to sunscreen, I'm not a specialist or a dermatologist, but I have had the opportunity to try out a few different sunscreens, and I thought I would share with you guys today what some of my favorite ones are, and I'm also going to swatch them for you so that you can see what they look like when they actually go on the skin. So the first one I'll tell you about is the Aveeno Sensitive Skin SPF 50. So this one I've been using for almost a year now, and I really like this one. It is an all mineral sunscreen, which means that it does leave a little bit of a cast because the active ingredients are zinc and titanium dioxide. So the only downfall of it is that it can be a little bit whitening on the skin, but for me, I actually really don't mind the little bit of a white cast. And actually, it almost acts like a little bit of a concealer on days that you need like a skin brightening effect. I have noticed that I actually like the way my skin looks when I wear this one, but if you're going for photos or anything like that, this might not be the best one for you because, as you can see, it definitely does lighten your skin quite a bit and leave a little bit of a white glow. But overall, it is very moisturizing, and I really do enjoy this sunscreen, and it's very non-irritating for the skin. So this is probably the one I wear the most often out of all of them. The second sunscreen is this Avène SPF 50 for face. This is the most expensive sunscreen I have, and to be honest, I don't think I would repurchase it. It is a little bit pricey for what it does. It is an all chemical sunscreen. The nice thing about it is that it doesn't leave any sort of an oily or white cast on your skin, so it's really ideal if you're having photos taken or something like that, but there are cheaper versions available that do pretty much the same thing. The other thing I don't like about this one is I always have to shake it every time before I use it. The other ones don't need to be shaken, but as you can see, it is quite a nice sunscreen. It goes on without leaving any kind of a white film or an oily residue, so it's not bad. I will use it up, but I wouldn't repurchase it just because of the cost. And the other thing I've noticed about this one is if for some reason I do accidentally touch my eyes or get it in my eyes after applying, it does burn a little bit in comparison to the mineral sunscreens. This next one is a personal favorite of mine, and this is the Garnier Ombrelle SPF 60 for face. This one I have repurchased. I really like the way that it goes on my face and how moisturizing it is. This one is definitely ideal for a colder climate. So we've had a few really cold days here in Canada where it actually got down to like -40 with the wind chill, and on those days you need something really moisturizing on your skin, and this is the one that I go to hands down on those days. So it is a combination sunscreen, so it does have the chemicals and the minerals mixed together, which from what I understand means that it'll give you a better protection from UVA and UVB rays as opposed to just a chemical or a mineral sunscreen alone. This one probably does make my face look the most oily or the most shiny, if you want to describe it that way, but I actually really like the healthy, youthful, moisturized glow that it gives to my skin. So it's kind of a personal preference, and it's not one that I use every single day. It kind of depends on my mood and where I'm going and things like that. This next one is a little bit new for me, and I'm actually loving this sunscreen a lot. I got it because I've heard so many good reviews, and I've seen a couple of YouTube dermatologists recommend this one as well. It's the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Sunscreen in SPF 60. So this one is an all chemical sunscreen as well, and when I was telling you that the Avène was very expensive for what it did, in my opinion and from what I can see, this sunscreen would offer the same amount of protection but for a fraction of the price. It's actually really nice, and as you can see when you rub it in, it rubs in really smoothly without leaving any kind of a white cast or an oily residue, but at the same time it is very moisturizing. I tried this on my skin a couple of days ago and I loved it. I plan to use it up over the next few months, and I think this might be the one that I kind of end up repurchasing and going with because it's exactly the right combination of moisturizing with the protection that I want as well. So 2 thumbs up for the Neutrogena Dry Touch. This last one is a really cute little one that I actually really like to take with me on vacation. This is the Sunthera SPF 60 for face, and it comes in this really cute little container, which is perfect for travel because not only is it not a liquid, but it also fits nicely into your overhead bag if you're just bringing a carry-on with you on vacation. And this one surprisingly is an all mineral sunscreen, so I thought it would be worse in terms of leaving a white cast on my skin, but it actually rubs in really nicely and it's got a really nice consistency and texture on your face. So if you're going on vacation and you want something really easy and practical to bring with you, this is definitely a good option. I really like it, and if you guys can get your hands on it in the travel section of your local grocery store, I really recommend giving this one a shot. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different version or style of video on my channel. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so that you don't miss any future content. I do also make videos about minimalism, home decor, clean with me's, organization, etc. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Dre, who is one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and she has taught me everything I know about sunscreen and skincare, and she has really revolutionized the way that I look after my skin, and I thank her so much. So if you guys haven't checked out her channel, definitely head over there and do so. I will put a link to her channel in my description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.